Hello, I'm Amy Rademacher, Farm Safety Specialist for Carl Foundation Hospital in Urbana, Illinois, and I've been a Progressive Ag Safety Day Coordinator for over 16 years. Today I'm going to be discussing the use of the Jello brain mold and talking about the importance of wearing a helmet, be it a bicycle helmet, equestrian helmet, or a helmet for ATV and snowmobile. So it's important for the kids to understand how soft their brain is. So usually I ask them to describe a food that they think represents their brain. And we will get a variety of answers, but then I uncover and show my Jello brain. This Jello brain was made using a mold, and you can buy these on Amazon. You're looking around $6 a piece. You'll need some cooking spray to line it. This one actually has a form, but I usually just set it directly in my bowl that I always use for the Jello brains. And then I have found that you can use about 18 ounces of Jello, 2.5 cups of hot boiling water, and then a cup of cold water, just so that the brain will set up more firmly and you have a better chance of success getting it out of the mold safely. When you're taking it out, I let it sit overnight. When you're taking it out, I try to pull the edges away, and then I invert it and slowly let it come out. If I were to dump it straight out and any part of it sticks in the top, it won't turn out right. So I always consider it a one-time deal and be extra careful getting that brain into the tub. So we'll pass it around. Sometimes I let the kids touch it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on if they're going to be in a place where they can wash their hands shortly after. This is the consistency of your brain, so it's important for them to understand this. And I think that most kids understand if we were to take Jello and drop it, it would completely fall apart. And then I asked, could we put it back together? Could we put every single piece back exactly the way it was? And they obviously answered, no, we can't do that. And I say that every single piece has to be in its exact spot for you to be able to do what you do on a daily basis. For you to be you, this has to be completely intact, and that's why it's important for us to wear those helmets. Well, let's assume that your skull doesn't break. If your brain is sitting inside this mold, which is a replica of a skull, you can buy these on Amazon. They're going to be about $25 to $30, and you want to make sure you have one that has a removable skull cap. So if you look inside, it's also important for the students to understand that even if your brain, if your skull does not break, your brain still bounces against these ridges. And I think many times people think that the skull is just a bowl and your brain gently sits in it. But there are many, many edges that your brain can bump against, and you can sustain an injury even without breaking the skull. So here we have two good ways to finish out your safety day talking about the importance of using a helmet. These are great models. The Jello brain, always a hit, and then the use of the skull and showing the inside of the skull.